All right, here we go. Back in the lab again. It's time. Time for that Sunday flow, that Sunday workout. And it's been a long day, but a good day. Good day, but a long day. We are looking at, deadlift today, but 2 super sets, 4 sets of exercises going all the way through, 4 sets of exercises going all the way through. And legs are a little bit sore after running for an hour this morning, but that's how we get it done. We got a marathon coming up, so it must be done. But we're getting this weekend, trying to get everything we can out of these next several workouts. All right, let's see what we got. I left my actual note at home, my document with all of the workout info, but I did take a picture of it, fortunately. So I'll be using that to my advantage here. All right. Warm up with some jumping jacks. Then we'll get the slow downs, get the legs, the flex, hip flexors, and the lean. And we'll do 4 sets of that. And then, so I guess it's three groups, 3 super sets. We have those 4 exercises will be the first one. The next bunch will be explosive pull-ups, dips, squat jumps. Oh man, I'm gonna get cooked. And farmer carries with some kettlebells or some dumbbells. We have both here, so that'll work. And then the next 4 will be row. What is that? I don't know what row is, but diamond push-ups are the second one. Calf jumps and farmer carries. What is row? What do I mean by row? We'll just say pull-ups again because I'm not sure what that's supposed to be. Maybe if I catch the vision and remember. And honestly, between the stretching and the farmer carries, I'm trying to move away from the deadlift. Deadlift is one of these exercises that I use primarily for grip strength. And if I'm doing farmer carries with the walks, then it's at least one way that I can get a lot of good grip strength without needing to do the actual dumbbell or the deadlift. So we'll see how it goes by the end of these sets. I'm timing this too. Well, now I'm timing this. I need to see how long this workout actually goes before the deadlifts. If there's still reasonable time left, then maybe I'll do it. But 12 different workouts in 3 super sets could be a lot. So we'll see. But anyways, got this thing ready to go. Let's get it going. Not in the Crocs. Yeah, I saw somebody subbed in the chat. When I get done here, I'll sub you back. I got you. We're trying to grow together out here in these streets. Also curious how this is going to feel because I haven't eaten a lot today. I had oatmeal and a protein bar. So we'll see how that goes. All right. So the slow downs. Let's get it. We got slow down, legs, and the lean, these four. Okay, this will be interesting. Wasn't the greatest of reps, but made it. First one's always a little rough. Recalibrating. What does it feel like to do this move again? A little straddle split at the bottom. All right. Stretch the bad boys out. Dynamic. With the pulse. We will not sit in static stretch. If you do want to sit in a static stretch, I'd recommend doing it while you're watching some TV or at the end of your workout, not at the beginning. You want to make sure that you're warming up your muscles pretty similar to how you intend to use them during that workout. In my humble opinion. All right, some hip flex. Oh, let me get those. What's up, Angela? What's up, handsome bacon? You out here putting the work in? Quads are getting a little stronger through that movement, which is good. Speaking of quads, we're gonna get them warmed up here against the wall. Joints tight. A friendly reminder to breathe through your stretches. When you don't, they're a lot more painful. Oh. All right, we'll come back to that. All right. I'm going to log in on this phone so I don't have to be all up in the computer to see what's good in the chat. And I'm going to get some music too. Okay. Little warm up for the splits. Yes. All right. Now for the lean. Touch up the wrist a little bit here. All right. Now we lean with it. Trying to walk up into that stretch. It's a good one. I'm going to try to run it back. I got to move this thing though, because I almost ate it. All right, it's a little bit better. The pro tip is going to be something I got from my friend. Posted a video of myself doing that particular move, the handstand lean, and he commented, "Hey, you're looking up too much from that position." And I guess that's the fear factor, because it's like I'm looking for where I would fall if I lean over forward. But his suggestion was to tuck my head in between my arms. So, you know what? We're going to try that now and see what it looks like. So instead of being here, here. Does make more sense. Gotta warm up these wrists for that. You're not ready for all the smoke. All right, back to the slow down. That's one circuit done. First set, first super set. 4 exercises we're going through. Slow down, the leg stretching, and this handstand lean. Okay. Much better. More slow, more controlled. Stretch it out here, the straddle at the bottom. Walking out of that. We'll get right into the straddles. Let's see. Pancakes. Dynamic once again. Always try to skip those hip flexors, man. Those are the ones. Excuse me. All right, back to those quads. The left one is so much more loose than my right for some reason. Not sure. Especially because it's usually my left hamstring that's a lot tighter than my right. So I don't know. I don't know what's up with that. I can also tell because being in this position, I get my left foot up and I'm trying to walk it in. Okay. Yeah, first time I couldn't do that. But I got it this time. That'll work. All right. I'm gonna go right here. Lunge. Straight. And down. Switch it up. Lunge. Straight. And down. All right. And then lean. Yep. That's it. That's it. We'll go one more. This watch keep trying to call Siri with that hand. The wrist bending there. No interest. Siri's not helping me here. Yeah. That's better. Still need to look down a little bit more, but able to walk into that handstand. That's how you do it. Okay. That's 2 sets down. Two to go. Oh, I have to log in on that. All right, third set. Let's get it. Oh yeah, that was clean. I'd have to run it back, but I was able to get my hips off the wall and focus on the balance without my feet touching. And then from there, work on, all right, what does it feel like to control leaning out over my hands while controlling the balance, and then working on getting my feet down slow. So easily, that was my best rep so far. All right, back to the pulse here with the stretch. It's that dynamic over the static. Feels like something's going on in here. I don't know. Let's get back to these hip flexors. And as you continue to learn, like, the handstand is the main target of my training. Everything else, there are very few exercises in this circuit that are not directly connected to the handstand. But what I've noticed is that I initially thought it was more of a strength move. And no, it's strength, balance, flexibility. Handstands combine all the elements of what makes fitness legit. And realizing that has been, it's good to know, because now you can make the improvements that you need to, but it's also humbling because you've been working, for me, like it's been strength that I've trained almost exclusively over the years. And you're getting to a point where it's like, dang, I put in all that work to get to a certain point there, but it doesn't translate to what I'm doing here now. And it's like, what's the point? So this is why, and I'll put this up so I can keep this stretching going. This is one of the reasons why I go for calisthenics more than weight, because in terms of functionality and things you'll be able to use outside of the gym, guess what? If you can deadlift 1,000 pounds, chances are you're only going to get to do that the next time you're in the gym. But guess what? If you can press a handstand, well, shoot, you can do that anywhere you go. And that to me just means it's more functional, it's more translatable, which makes it more fun, because now you can take it outside of that singular realm. And that to me is when you can start having some fun with it. It was years ago, but when I started working on calisthenics, the one move that I wanted to get more than anything else was the human flag. And I happened to be on a trip in Hawaii, and we were hiking up one of the trails going to like this ridge of the volcano. And there were guardrails on the side of the trail going up, and some very long poles, some kind of, I don't know, it was just like a pole, almost like an upside down field goal that we went underneath as we were going up there. And I said, you know what? I wonder if I could do a human flag off one of these. And I could. I have a video of it on my Instagram, I think. But it was really cool to see it in hindsight, like the thing that I had been working towards, I could put it on display in the real world. And I got a lot of cool responses. I wasn't expecting it or doing it for that, but I got a lot of cool responses from people who saw that I was able to do that. And to me, I think the reason that it's more appealing to me is because, for one, you get a chance to connect with more people. If you're really good at bench press, if you're really good at deadlift, if you're really good at chest press, let's be real. The majority of people that you're going to be able to communicate to with that skill set are other people in the gym. But if you're doing things that translate to outside of the gym, now you're able to connect with a lot more people. And not only that, but it's kind of the difference between, I was watching a video the other day, the difference between the impact on the NBA that Steph Curry had compared to a person like LeBron, to where not everyone is going to be a genetic freak. Like you're rolling the genetic lottery with that, and some people have it and some people don't. But what Steph Curry brought to the game of basketball is this feeling like, wait, the small guy has a place here. If I work hard enough and if I keep improving my skills, then I can make it to the big time. So to me, that's the difference between doing heavy weightlifting and doing calisthenics and body weight training, because more people feel like they can work with their body than be lifting super heavy weights. Just my opinion. All right, that's 3 sets down. We're jumping right into the 4th, going back to the slow down. And I will say, so far, feeling pretty good. It's a constant refining process, okay? I'm not out here because I've got the perfect workouts figured out and because I have the next hot program to sell you on how to do things well. I don't have that. I'm still learning as I go. That's part of the fun of this. But what I've noticed from today's workout comparison with the other ones, the pulsing with the legs and the stretching, the dynamic aspect of it is so much better. And I feel so much better going through moves, doing the stretching dynamically as opposed to static stretching. Because now my muscles are getting directly connected to, warmed up to do the moves I'm trying to do. And it's just a win. It's like, it almost makes little sense. And it's like, man, how come I didn't see this before? But it doesn't make any sense if you're going to be doing a high intensity activity to say, all right, let me just sit here in this static stretch for 30 seconds to a minute. And then you're going to go and try to do an explosive jump. It doesn't work that way. So I think this is going to be my thing moving forward. And if anything, spend just a few minutes at the end of a workout doing the static stretch, but at the very end. All right, enough talk. More work. That one might be fighting against the last one. That was pretty good too. All right. At this point, you know how we roll. Back to the pulse. And with this, as you reach, don't reach down, reach out. the misconception is you want to try to get your chest to touch the floor, but it's your abs, your core. That's that's the angle that you're looking for, not an arch trying to reach over and touch it, but like a flat. That's why the stretch is called the pancake. In case you didn't know, now you know. I have a friend who has really helped me with the stretching. Harold, he was in the stream last week, and man, he that's what he does. That's what his field of study and expertise is. But in terms of helping you get the right stretches, and especially the static stretch, I gotta I gotta give Harold a shout out because 2 winters ago I was doing some squats and embarrassed to say I was trying to show off a little bit with the squats. So I put 315 up on the rack. And I don't know why, but I was trying to do it for reps. And I went down for the first rep, the second rep, and it might have been the third rep. I went down and my body position shifted. Like I leaned a little bit forward and I tried to fix it. Nope. I felt something in my lower back just kind of shift. I was able to finish the set, re-rack the weight, but from that point in December, for like the next, I don't know, it must have been like 7, 8 months, my back, like going to bed, waking up, it was just like this little thing that was off in my back and I couldn't figure out what it was. And no stretches and no kind of twisting or anything like that that I could do was reaching it. But there was one day we made it, we were in practice, and this pancake stretch, Harold saw me trying to reach forward and extend. And he came over and he asked if it was okay if he could apply some pressure to my back to help me with the stretch. I was like, sure. And a few seconds into the stretch, he's like, oh, shoot, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, but kind of nervous because I don't know what he's talking about. He's like, yeah, something in your back like shifted. I didn't know, I didn't feel it at all. But he was able to feel that something in my back shifted. And apparently, as he analyzed it, he was like, yeah, you had like a disc or something that was out of place. And that pancake stretch with the applied pressure ended up creating the space or whatever for it to get realigned again. And I remember getting up from that pancake stretch. I felt like $1,000,000, not gonna lie. It was amazing. After how many months I had my back back. Oh man, such a good feeling. So not only the importance of stretching, but being able to stretch with people who know what they're doing so you can get the most out of those stretches. That's where it's at right there. Still pulsing here, lunge, straight, down. Right side. Lunge. Straight. And down. Okay. So not bad. That's the first 4 exercises done. About a half an hour. So the next 4, explosive pull-ups, dips, squat jumps, and farmer carries. I had to figure out how to do this because everything's over there. Let's see. Well, I should be able to do this. Yeah. Farmer carries, squat jumps. Yeah, we'll do it like this. I'll leave this here. I'm gonna take this. Still trying to figure out my setup. Oh shoot, don't want to step on that cord. Mess up my computer. I just replaced the battery yesterday, so it actually works now, which is fantastic. Actually, let's put this here for now. Let me get these lights and move this box where I want. What? Is that too high now? What did I do? Oh, there we go. All right. So we'll shoot. Yeah, we'll get this in a straight line. Let me put this over here. All right, got pull-ups here, dips over there. I don't think that'll have to work, but you're just gonna have to take my word for it. All right, there's the pull-ups going to the dips. Put this thing back on. Well, I guess since I'm here, I'll help you out a little bit. And this thing's pretty cool because I can zoom with it. Look at that. Oh, no, no. All right. All right, we going with 50 pounds for the farmers. We're just gonna walk around, taking a lap. Flex through those fingers. Hold on to those weights. Let those forearms burn. Don't drop the weight. Yeah, we're gonna leave those up on the bench, so I don't have to bend over to get them. All right, flip it. Let's get these jumps. All right, it's one. It's ready to go. All right, pull-ups up again next. Straight cycle. We rolling with this. Okay. Excuse me. That's how you know we working. The core is tight if you're passing gas while you're working out. Just make sure that you're the only one in the gym. Another lap.
Forearms are feeling it. Grip is loosening up a little bit. That's where the fight comes in. You can see it. It's wild. All right. Let's get these jumps again. All right, so this is where we put it all together, right? Because two sets down. This is where we put it all together. Because pull-ups, sure, it's a back and bicep move, but gripping on the bar and pulling down hard works your forearms. Forearms are good for handstands. Dips, gripping on the bar, pushing through, normally viewed as a triceps workout, but it helps with the core and it helps with your grip, helps with your forearms. Core and grip, handstands, farmer carries, killing your grip, strengthening your fingers, strengthening your forearms. That pump as you carry. Finger strength, forearms, handstands. The only one that really doesn't connect is the jumps, but you can work on stabilizing your core through your jump, as you should. Otherwise, you're going to be flopping like a fish. But yeah, outside of that, well, it doesn't connect to the handstand directly. But the other move I'm trying to do well, tumbling, I need my leg strength. I need that explosive strength, hence the calf jumps. All right. That's 2 sets down, 2 to go. Set number 3. All right. Let's get back to dips. Set number 3. We're doing really good on time. 46 minutes in. And we're halfway through the second set, which if we keep up at this pace, that's looking like an hour 20, hour and a half, which is plenty, which means no deadlifts today. They're gone. They're out. And I'm not mad at it. We're getting enough things here to cook the forearms and work on the grip strength. Okay, let's do it like this then. This thing always be acting funny sometimes. All right. So the reason I'm like not sweating, just doing the 50s right now is because, like I said, three super sets, three super sets of 4 workouts each, or exercises each. And the last 2 sets of 4, the 4th exercise is farmer carry. So really, while it's 4 exercises and 4 exercises, farmer carries are happening 8 times because it's the second one in, or because it's the last one in both of those 2 sets. So yeah, I won't need to do a deadlift after this to work on grip strength because we getting the punishment enough. All right, let me see if I can restart this camera because let's try this. All right, we back. All right, so that's 2 and 2. No, that was the 3rd set we're talking about. And I need to do the squat jumps or the calf jumps here. Right there. Almost ate it. All right, 3 down, 1 to go. Dips. I think zooming in is what messes it up, so we're not gonna zoom this time. You can see me anyway. We're good. For dips, I like to keep those elbows tucked in. Don't let them flare out so much. Your shoulders will thank you. Okay. We'll see if we end up making 8 sets of these, man. These junks, man. Hey, we're at least getting 4 though. Let's go. That grip starts out nice, but you get rolling as soon as I go out of camera. Oh, I know what to do. So there's this variation where you're carrying both weights as you go. But another variation of the farmer's carry is doing one side at a time. That way your counterweight is your core. So we'll do that. It'll work the core a lot more, but might save my forearms by giving just two more sets each, as opposed to 4. So that's the level up. That's the tweak. Okay. Okay. I don't do diamond push-ups anywhere else. Where's the chest day? Hold up. I gotta redo this whole joint. I find that hard to believe. Oh, I don't? Okay, so they have to stay. I was gonna do another set of dips, but that's okay. That's okay. All right. That's 4. See the pump. Whew. Take a minute and a half, and then we'll go for these next 4. Single farmer. All right, where we at? All right, let's do this. 4 more. And definitely for sure, the one thing that you can tell is the more you do these workouts, the same ones, you just get tired. So where I could do 7 or 8 explosive pull-ups before, now I'm down to 4 or 5. It's the nature of the beast. Wait, diamond push-ups now. All right, right on first. stability. This is already weird, but right down in here, all tight. It's a good adjustment. Not even thinking about the wrist and the fingers as much. So I'm trying to make sure my core stays engaged. And it is. I feel that, John. And some squat jumps. Should have done these first. Calf jumps are easier. All right, one down. Just 3 more. Just 3 more. You know what? It's like it's a little bit of an imbalance with my right and my left. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my left now, and then just do a superset of the 3 exercises the next time through. And then in my third set, I'll go right and left. And then in my last set, I'll just do 3 again. Because yeah, it feels weird about to jump on the pull-up bar. And one of my sides is tighter than the other. All right, so here we go. Lefty. Core work. All right. That's L. Check. Pull-ups, diamonds, calf jump. Let's run it back. Almost home, man. Almost home. Almost ole. Hey, thanks for coming through. Y'all on the stream. Like it up, sub it up. We got workouts coming every day. Trying to anyways. If you have questions, let me know what your goals are, things you're trying to work towards. If there's something that I know about, I'll give you some pointers. We could talk about it. I had some people the other day in the stream let me know they had some goals. I was able to help them out. So that's what this is all about. If there's anything that I can do to help, anything that I can share with you to help you in your journey, then that's what I'm here for. All right, set number 2. Let's go. diamonds. Squat jumps, because I already did the farmer. Good luck. That's a lifesaver. Two down. Two to go. Squat jumps, man. Get that heart rate. One of these days. Nah, I don't want to. I was going to say, if you're doing a squat jump and a push-up, you may as well do a burpee. But hashtag if you know, you know. Those, they get your lungs cooked a lot more than some squat jumps. So I'm not ready for that smoke yet. All right, so number 3. Farmers, including this time, single on the right side, single on the left side. Doing everything through. Then we finish up with just the pull-ups, the diamonds, and the squat jumps for the final set. Man, we're breathing out here. You don't realize it till you try to talk. Okay. All right. Hey, shout out to Celsius, unsponsored, for bringing the energy in this workout. Yeah. Diamond push-ups are another one of those, similar to dips, where you don't want to be doing them out like way to the side like this. Keep your elbows, keep them tucked, keep it tight. More often than not, any of these movements you do, from pull-ups, push-ups, dips, anything you're doing with weights, keep it tight. Don't be loose, don't be out here, because one, you're not going to be able to use as much of the muscle as you'd like to, being so far away from your body where the majority of your muscle and your build is. But 2, because of that, you might be more at risk for injury if something does go wrong. I can use the chest press as an example. I've seen people using like an incline bench here with dumbbells. When you keep it tight inside, you have control using the majority of your chest, right? The further out here you go, people try to use the same weights that they do in here, and it's not the same. You can go out here, but go lighter. I promise you, it's better. Because you get out here, things start pulling, that weight starts dragging you down, you can't get it back because you can't get your muscle behind it. Leave the ego at home. Leave it at home. Or get rid of it altogether, TBH. But for real, like, keep everything tight.
weights, calisthenics, keep it tight. Okay. All right, so we go right and then left with these. Then we get the squat jumps. Back at it.
You rocking it?
Of course, man. I was actually today looking at my my old Guild Wars account and seeing if I could get access. I couldn't, but I sent in a ticket. I'm gonna get it. All right, man. Good people. So the thing I like about working here at this job, you guys see the gymnastics mats, the trampolines, the rope, the silk, the foam pit, the weights, the treadmills. You hear me talking with people about gaming. We actually do work here. But it's such a diverse group of people that have so many different interests, and this space caters to that, which is really legit. So I can be here in the office doing a workout and have a conversation with somebody about video games. Imagine that. There are not many places where you find this kind of crossover in life. And it kind of sucks because the way that society is kind of gearing up today, either you're in one group or the other. There's not really that same kind of space to have a lot of different interests with different kinds of people, which is unfortunate. I think society really suffers for that, because then there's no nuance, there's no balance. You don't get to branch out of your own singular spot and connect with different kinds of people. And then you get stuck in your own echo chamber, which is not good. I mean, you think about the political landscape right now, right? We see that. It's either you're on this side or not, and there's no room for nuance. But the thing is, as humans that crave community, nuance is a non-negotiable. You have to be willing to be open to more than just, this is my stance here, and this is your stance there, and we can't have a conversation. So there are so many little things in life that play into the other aspects of life, and we don't realize it. We don't realize it. But my encouragement for you is pretty simple. Like, don't get so stuck in your one area that you can't connect with somebody else in a different one, because you never know the things you might have in common with somebody else just by being willing to have a conversation. All right, set 3. Let me get these squats on, these jump squats. And then we go into 4th set, call it a day. So another thing you notice is I did the calf jumps over there, did the squat jumps over here, just on the floor. And I didn't think about it till afterwards. There isn't a real reason to not do it on the mats. But
Again, if I'm looking at how I can connect what I'm doing in the gym to places outside of the gym, if tumbling, and it is, since tumbling is the thing that I want to get better at, I cannot guarantee that everywhere I want to tumble, I'm going to have a set of mats. So I need to get my feet used to being on the ground, whether it's concrete, whether it's mats, whether it's grass, so that anywhere I go, I can do the moves that I want to do. I'm not held to a gym. I'm not restricted because I don't have a trampoline. So in trying to make the training more practical, and again, this is the theme you're going to hear me keep talking about, connecting it practically and directly to the things you're trying to do outside of the gym. If you can connect that thread, then I believe you'll see more gains on the outside of the gym because what you're doing in here starts to mirror it so much. So, I can't say it enough. It's great to go to the gym and it's great to go work out. But if you're in the gym working out, determine what your goals are and then change your workout routine to match the goals. All right? Like, yes, go work out, get your exercise, stay fit, but you can double down on the production and the output you get from that if you're really intentional connecting it to the things that you do on the outside. Okay? All right. Final set, 3 exercises here. We got one more set of these explosive pull-ups. Then we have one final set of diamonds and another set of calf jumps. We'll be back on it again. And then I'm walking home. I should have drove, man, because I'm trying to get some food after this. It is what it is. All right, that's pretty good. Getting up chest to bar, that's a win. All right, here we go. Diamond push-ups and then jump squats for all the cookies. But this is solid. We're right on pace. An hour and 17 minutes in. When we started, the prediction based on that first super set was that it should be about an hour 20, which is honestly ideal for me. Because an hour and a half, honestly, it's long enough for me in the gym. I like to be efficient. I don't like to spend a lot of time sitting around. And if you notice, going through this workout, outside of breaking down some of these movements and just kind of giving some background or whatever, I'm not like sitting down timing my rest. It's intentional. Let me do these first and then come back and finish out. Okay. So intentional, right? One thing that I try to do with this workout specifically is pair up 4 workouts that are targeting different things. So instead of getting to the 4th workout and needing to pause for an extended period of time, I can jump right back in and go all the way down through. So for the first one, it was the explosive pull-ups, shoulder back, bicep. You had dips, shoulders, chest, tricep. You had the squat jump, legs. And you had the farmer carry, wrists and forearm. And then from there, I am using a touch of forearm, but I can jump right back into the pull-ups because my biceps are relatively fresh. Relatively. But yeah, if I would have taken like a minute or two after every workout here, man, I'd have been here for the next half an hour. Cannot do. Cannot do. Stopping. Yeah, stopping. But yeah, this was a good workout. I ran for an hour this morning, got just over 6 miles in, walked down here to the office to do this. I'll be walking back, so I'm definitely getting my steps in my work in today. But it's Sunday. It's how we roll. We're starting off the week strong. I got a lot of things coming up. Marathon, T-minus 17 weeks. So I got to start getting that time of attention on these trails. So we in the mix on that. We got gymnastics season coming up soon. It's already July 20. Basically in a month, school's gonna start up again and we'll be doing tryouts. So I gotta be ready for that. And then we got the Navy. So my military goals and whatever boot camp and officer camp and all that, I gotta train for that too. So we in the mix, man, but it's exciting. There's a lot of things going on. I'm gonna do what I can to be as ready as I can. And like I said, once again, this isn't just me. Like I'm learning stuff as we go. I do not have all the answers. I have some experience that's helped me figure out some things over the years, but to me, that's a gift that I can share with other people. So if you have questions, if you have goals you're trying to reach, let me know in the comments. If you have things you're trying to do and you don't know how to get there, reach out. I'll do what I can to try to help, encourage, inspire, and share from what I know to help you get to your goals. But yeah, thanks for coming through. It's time to, can't even speak, man. I'm gonna go pack up my stuff so I can get home and eat and get on a little bit of Fortnite tonight. So we all over the place, man, but we here for it. Like, subscribe, and share. We'll be back tomorrow for another workout. All right, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.